Hey folks, Alex here. Today we're playing Run TavernQuest. We're playing the demo because it's not out yet.
TavernQuest trial version.
Oh. Hello, I'm the CPU. I manage things around here. You are a program. You're a game called a TavernQuest.
Type new game to begin.
Steve is the one who types. Steve sends us some commands. Our job is to respond to them. No matter what.
Invalid command. New game. Type help for assistance.
Steve will never type help for assistance.
Demo. The Malevolent Mage.
Steve is playing a trial version of TavernQuest. The adventure he is playing is totally separate and non-canon canon from the main game. I never fuck up when I talk. I am a computer system. I've looked ahead in your programming. This is a simple story. Steve plays as a noble adventurer whose goal is to defeat an evil wizard. First, he needs to buy a weapon.
Your adventure begins at the general store, where you can buy any goods an adventurer might require. It's a dusty and cluttered locale, but a necessary stop for your quest.
We control all of the characters in the game except for Steve's. What is the shopkeeper doing as Steve enters the store? Eating a sandwich.
You see the shopkeeper eating a ham sandwich. He's a burly old dwarf with tiny spectacles poking out of his bushy beard. As you catch his attention, he sets his sandwich down and licks his fingers.
What's a good name for the shopkeeper? Brad Shopkeep Man. Thought long and hard about that one, didn't you?
Aha! An adventurer you must be, says the shopkeeper. My name is Brad Shopkeep Man. And this is my store, Brad's store. Take a look around and talk to me if you'd like to buy something. He eats the last bite of his sandwich and throws his napkin into a garbage bin.
By the way, feel free to click to skip dialogue or make text scroll faster. I promise I won't be offended. You can also change the font or text speed in the menu. Whoa! Wishlist on Steam, I already have. Fonts, tavern, what? Whoa! That's so cool. Display settings, yeah, I don't need that shit. Got it. Really? Steve? The garbage bin was never intended to be anything remotely interesting. Then again, Steve has never cared much about how things are intended to go. We can always just throw an error when Steve does something stupid. Trust me, I'm used to it. What's in the garbage?
You walk past many interesting displays of powerful weapons and items to further examine the garbage bin. It appears to be full of garbage.
Again with the garbage. I feel like we're just encouraging him when we don't throw errors. If you still don't want to go that route, we can have the shopkeeper nudge him in the right direction.
You hop over the counter and begin stuffing handfuls of garbage into your pockets. The shopkeeper watches in confusion. Ah, my garbage? He says. Are you sure you didn't mean to look at the weapon display?
I should mention that Steve's character is supposed to be a wealthy nobleman. We can choose what Steve's character says in the situation. What's a good reason for a nobleman to get someone's garbage? That's a satisfying sound. Courtesy.
Ah, no need to worry, you say. I am simply aiding the village however I see fit, demonstrating how courteous and honorable I am. I noticed your garbage bin needed emptying, and so now I am helping you.
No. He is really, really into this garbage thing. Are you absolutely sure you don't want to hit him with that well-deserved error? Let him eat garbage.
You begin to eat the garbage. Pardon me, I do feel a bit peckish, you say. The shopkeeper is terrified.
We need to pull Steve away from his precious garbage. Any ideas? He eats the entire bin.
You eat all the garbage. There is no more garbage. In the bin, in the shop, it's all gone. Congratulations, says the shopkeeper. You ate all the garbage. Anywho, what would you like to buy?
Irredeemable. Simply hopeless. I'm sure Steve has a good reason to be attacking this guy. No. Revenge or theft? Sure, theft.
Hearken, Brad Shopkeepman, for I will now confiscate your valuables, you say. Please submit for the beating I shall now administer.
Alright, I guess we're starting with Steve's first combat encounter. Ideally, his first enemy would show off the complex combat mechanics, but Brad here can only do like 1 damage. I mean, Steve hasn't even opened up his inventory yet. Does he even have any kind of weapon at all? No. Ah, my mouse! I guess he's attacking this poor guy with his bare hands then.
Combat. Type help combat for list of battle commands. You strike the unsuspecting shopkeeper repeatedly with your bare fists. I wonder why I didn't equip a weapon, you think to yourself while standing inside of a shop that sells weapons.
What does Brad do now? Scream.
The shopkeeper begins screaming. Help! Somebody help me! He shouts. There's a crazed loon in my shop! He's beating me up and he ate my garbage! You continue to pummel the poor shopkeeper. Stop squirming around so much, you say. Just let me punch you, you stupid dwarf! The innocent shopkeeper collapses to the floor in a puddle of blood, dead by your hand. A job well done, you say. Now that my bloodlust has been sated, I shall concentrate on my very important quest.
I hope Steve doesn't think he can just win every combat encounter by tapping a cack every single round. Maybe not if he fights an actual enemy. Alright, what items can Steve find here? Water is important. You need to find these 2 things. Yeah, you can find them all, why not?
The first step of my very important quest, looting this guy's corpse, you say. You thoroughly search the pockets of the shopkeeper's dead body. You take mysterious potion. Note from Brad. An amount of gold.
Well, that's a nice touch. Oh, okay. No need to examine the mysterious potion first, I guess. You supposed to drink that? I mean, probably not, yet here we are. Let's figure this out.
You hold the mysterious potion in your hands. This wouldn't exist if I wasn't supposed to consume it, you say. Drinky, drinky. Unsure of its effect.
Drinky, drinky!
Zero hesitation.
Oh my god. Well, you're the one who gave it to him. What is this mysterious potion he drank? Speak with furniture.
You hear a happy voice coming from a nearby wooden stool. Oh,
Who sits?
this is, says the stool. He who sits has been vanquished. The long hours of holding up his buttocks are over. You have now gained the ability to communicate with furniture.
Please tell me he attacks the stool. No. Lame. What exactly is he supposed to say to his stool?
Wow, a talking stool. This is so much cooler than whatever quest I was doing, you say. So what's life like as an inert object? Spare no detail. I'm in no hurry. I'm sure this will be fascinating.
Question: how glamorous is it being a stool? Not very.
A lot of butts, my friend, says the stool. There are a lot of butts.
No. This must be the creepiest usage of sit command possible.
Ah, remarkable, you say. Now I must witness your workmanship firsthand. I shall sit upon you, and you can tell me how exciting it is to be used by me. The stool starts to ask you politely not to sit on him, but is quickly muffled by your noble robes. My, wasn't that fun, stool friend, you say, standing back up. The stool refuses to speak to you now. Fine, you petulant spoil sport. I have an important quest to do.
Hey, there we go. This might be the first useful thing Steve has done so far. There's a bunch of weapons in this shop to choose from. He didn't bother to look at them. If we offer him a choice, or just choose one for him. He doesn't seem to care which one. Okay, here are the weapons we could give Steve. Choose one. Can of beans! Oh yeah, can of beans. Are you sure can of beans has terrible stats even worse than his bare hands? Yes.
I need a weapon, but I don't want to waste any time choosing one, you say. I'll just grab the nearest object I can find. How about this can of beans? You equip the can of beans.
Phenomenal. Progress. I guess we're done with the shop.
You exit the shop. You are now outside. You are surrounded by dense forest. A trodden road extends in both directions. A sign advertises Brad's store to highway travelers, though the shop is now eerily quiet.
I fear Steve has no idea where he's going, though. Go Wizard Tower. What? How does Steve know about the Wizard Tower? He didn't talk to the shopkeeper, he didn't even read the note we left. There's this whole forest section he's trying to skip over. Let's just skip to the tower.
With a spark of clairvoyance, you trudge through the forest in a beeline to the Wizard's Tower that, by all means, you should have no idea exists at this point in your adventure.
How should the tower be described? Spiky obelisk.
You arrive at a large stone tower emerging from the lush thicket of the forest. The hulking obelisk towers over the surrounding canopy, with decorative turrets jutting outwards like claws. Ivy overgrowth crawls up the structure's exterior, leading you to wonder, is this long abandoned or reclusively inhabited? An imposing wooden door is the only viable entrance you see.
Is Steve's character brave or cautious? Oh, so brave.
Ever the intrepid explorer, you burst through the door into the wizard's tower. Hearken and fear me, O foes of mine! You shout. You take a few practice swings at the air with your can of beans to showcase your prowess. You are now inside the wizard's parlor. Cobwebs and moss speckle the damp room. A table and two broken chairs sit next to a dusty fireplace, and there's an armoire in the corner. As you step further into the room, you suddenly hear an imposing, ethereal voice echoing through the tower's halls.
Steve is now hearing the warning voice of the evil wizard. What is the wizard's name? I think we can do a little better than Brad this time. Bill.
Halt, intruder! You are entering the domain of the nefarious Bill the Wizard.
Says the omnipresent voice.
Leave this place at once, or I will melt your feeble little brain with my evil wizard powers.
I'm surprised that he managed to spell that correctly. Of course, you've forgotten that now furniture is now sentient.
You start to open the armoire, but the armoire interrupts you. Mon ami, says the armoire. At least buy me dinner first.
Oh, enchanté.
Oh, pipe down, armoire, says the nearby table. No wonder we don't get many visitors.
What is Steve supposed to say to a talking table? What happened to those broken chairs?
You point to the two broken chairs next to the table. Pardon me, sir, you say. What happened to your friends? Oh, poor cherries, says the table. They just got sat on and sat on till they couldn't be sat on no more. Who would do such a thing?
Only Steve could pick a fight with furniture. He wants what's inside.
You bludgeon the armoire with your can of beans. If you were expecting combat, you would do well to remember that the armoire is an inanimate wooden furnishing. You vile swine, says the armoire. Well, you can forget about opening me. You do not deserve the fine loot I contain.
Okay, it's time for Steve to encounter his first actual enemy. The shopkeeper does not count. There's no way he gets this first try. We'll see.
You head towards the stairs that lead further up the tower. Before you can start up the stairs, the echoing voice of the wizard returns.
Foolish interloper! You did not heed my warning. You have incurred the wrath of Bill. Now my guardian will dispose of you.
You hear vicious snarling as the wizard summons his unholy champion before you.
What enemy should Steve fight? Undead Wolf.
undead wolf materializes. The zombie canine has patches of mangy, decomposing fur sliding off its exposed skeleton. His steely eyes glow a bright yellow. He attacks you.
His can of beans has terrible damage output. Maybe we should rebalance this encounter. Ooh, make the beans deadlier. Yeah.
You raise your can of beans. Little does this fellow know, but I actually have triple proficiency with beans, you say. Combat. Type Help Combat for list of battle commands.
Attack. Shocker.
You swing at the undead wolf with your can of beans. Take that, you stupid monster, you say.
What does the undead wolf do? Bite.
The wolf growls viciously and bites you.
Damn, 10 damage?
You again whack at the bones of the undead wolf.
Owl.
The wolf withdraws and howls ominously at the moon. What is he preparing?
To let Steve win for the fun of it.
You execute a tactical somersault and again strike the wolf.
Special, oh boy.
In response to the wolf's howl, a pack of
Oh my god.
You are quickly overwhelmed by the ravenous pack.
Wasn't expecting that.
Your lifeless body falls to the floor. The undead wolf feeds upon your corpse. You are dead. You were torn apart by an undead wolf.
Perhaps I should have mentioned it explicitly, but your goal is to lose to Steve. When Steve dies in combat, the game reloads just before the encounter. Try again. Steve will just attack every single turn, so find a sequence of moves that will allow him to win, or we'll be repeating this all day.
Restart encounter. An undead wolf materializes. The zombie canine has patches of mangy, decomposing fur sliding off its exposed skeleton. His steely eyes glow a bright yellow. He attacks you. Combat. Type Help Combat for list of battle commands. You swing at the undead wolf with your can of beans. Take that, you stupid monster, you say.
Oh, his health randomized.
The wolf growls viciously and bites you. You again.
Is there any way for Steve to win this encounter?
The undead wolf pounces and bites you again.
Maybe.
You execute a tactical somersault and again strike the wolf.
Okay, I've got it, I've got it. Wolf howls, Steve gets to attack and kills the wolf.
The wolf withdraws and howls ominously at the moon. What is he preparing? You smash apart the bones of the undead wolf with your trusty can of beans.
Good job, buddy.
I won, you stupid wolf, you say. You kick the lifeless pile of bones a few times for good measure. The way up the stairs is now clear.
I'm so glad that's finally over. Read. Where's waffle? Belgian breakfast dish. Got it, Steve's a moron. Continue.
Invalid command. Loot. Waffle. Type help for assistance.
Fine, let's throw some quick loot at him. Wolftooth.
You search the pile of bones. You take wolf tooth.
There's no gold to be found here. Almost at the final fight.
You ascend the spindly wooden stairs to the top of the tower. The voice of the wizard returns, now booming his final warning.
Retreat now and live, adventurer. Bill the wizard will be your doom.
Just this one last puzzle for Steve to solve. Double yikes.
At the top of the stairs is one final door made of heavy stone. An inscription on the door reads,
I love that
To
game.
open this door, answer me this riddle. What appears once in a minute, twice in a moment, but never in 1,000 years?
The letter M. The riddle's very obvious. All he has to do is type one letter and we're golden. Steve and obvious don't mix. Oh, they're gonna make us wait. Here we go. Come on, Steve. Just try something. What? No, Steve, you dolt. Why would it be beans?
You try the answer beans. The door doesn't open.
There's something less stupid this time, Steve. Beans again? Hot dog. Hot dog? He can't be serious. I think Steve's hungry.
You try the answer hot dog. The door doesn't open.
Steve, it's M. Just type M and you can fight the wizard. Third time's the charm. Third time wasn't the charm. Steve has no charm.
You try the answer boobs. The door doesn't open.
Come on. McDonald's! No, that's it. I'm gonna lose it. I really wish I should just come outside. Fine, if Steve guesses one more wrong, then we'll skip this puzzle altogether.
answer McDonald's. The door doesn't open.
Last chance, Steve. Quit game? No! Run TavernQuest is coming soon. This demo is only a side quest. The full game will be a brand new experience. Wishlist on Steam. Quick survey, quick game. Alright, folks. That was Run TavernQuest, at least the demo. Hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you all next time. Make sure your wishlist is on Steam. Hasta luego.